Church folk are the same today as it was yesterday. Church folk live any kind of way. Church folk talk any kind of way. Church folk are trials and tribulations are going to come in your life, but you already have. Sometimes the devil will intervene in your life. He will prove until you have challenge the love with your husband, challenge the love with your wife, or you end up upside down. But today I pray turn your life and your power over God.
I'd like for all of you to stand as I read the word that's coming from the Most High. And it's going to be, I'm not going to keep you long. It's going to be just like Elizabeth Taylor or her seventh husband. You know she didn't keep him long. So I'm not going to keep you long. But I'm going to say, thus saith the Lord. And we're going to start from the first chapter of Job. And I'm going to read down to the 22nd. And it reads as follows. There was a man in the land of Oz, whose name was Job. And that man was perfect and upright, and one feared the God and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. Oh, yes. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yokes of oxen, and 500 sheep asses, and a very great household. So that this man was the greatest of all men of the east. As his son went and feasted in their house, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so, when the day of their feasting was gone about, that Job sent and sacrificed them to rise up early in the morning and offer a burnt offering. According to the memory of them all, for Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thy did Job continuously. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, Where cometh thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going and far to and far in the earth, and for walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, and a perfect and upright man, one that feared God and eschewed evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Thy Job fear God for naught. Hast thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that he had, and every sign that thou had blessed, the work of his hand and his substance is increased in the Lord. I'm just going to stop right there. The Spirit's telling me to just leave it right there. I would like to use as a title and a thing. I won't complain. Because trouble don't last always. Now, in reading this text and studying and getting a fine definition of what was going on, that it's 3 things that I would like to discuss with you all. And the 3 things, the first, there was an opposition. The devil, I would like for you all to know about it, in case you don't know. The devil is cruel and has no respect. Listen what I'm saying. Yes. No respect or regard for any human. Right. And being he is rebelling against the throne of God. Right. And he is a liar. I'm going to let you know that. He will tell some tales. Right. And try to lead you in the wrong direction. And cheat and destroys. This what the opposition of Job faced. Right. The very one that opposed every child of God, we do not fear against flesh and blood. Right. You shall find that in Ephesians 6 and 12. Right. It is an evil spirit world that we must deal with. Here Satan was using a family member. Right. Now this is what I'm saying. That one thing that the devil would do, he will come and try to attack you himself. Right. But if he can't get to you himself, then he's going to go to the next thing closest to you. Who do you think that is? Right. That is a family member. Right. And dear of Job's heart to fight against Satan. Right. Love divided a family. Right. That's one thing that the devil loves. He loves to keep up trouble. Right. He loves to find a good, well-established home like Job had. He loves to come in and just mess everything up. Not only is he traveling to and fro in Job's life, he's traveling to and fro also in your life. And he's going to ask God about you. He's going to ask God to take that hedge away from around you just as well as he done Job. Right. Because long as God has got a protection around you, the devil don't stand a chance. Right. Because if you can bring up the name of God and he just shaking it in his foot, in his boots, and in his shoes, you know it's something about that name. Right. And the second is there was opportunity. Yeah. When opportunity comes, it is ways to give us an opportunity to call on the Lord. Right. When Satan get busy in your life, when he get to a point where you about to snatch your hair out by the root and run yourself crazy, right. Call on the Lord. Right. You can't fight it by yourself. Call on him. And ask the Lord to cast him into the sea of no return. Because I don't need to deal with it. I done had enough with him because he every time I turn around, he's bothering me. It's sometimes what you will have to do when the devil get busy in your life. Do like I do, tear his playground down. Don't just take down the goal. Take the merry-go-round. Take the slide. Take the seesaw. Take the fence. Get you one of those things that bust up concrete. Take the cut up and let him know you need to find you somewhere else to go. Another playground to play on. Because I got a sign up here say, God, this is no trespassing zone. All right. I am a child of God. And the Lord will hear your cry. And he heard Job's cry. And when God hears a child of his own's cry, what do you think he do? He responds. He's going to react to it. He's not going to just leave you hanging. All right. Like your so-called friends will. Your friends ain't really your friends. I'm here to tell you today, everybody that smiles ain't friendly. Right. That's right. Because there's a frown in behind that smile. And as soon as you give to your so-called friend your opportunity, what you think they're going to do? They're going to put the biggest butcher knife in you that they can find. If you heard the Bible say, stab in your face or I'll take your place. And see, that's the way the devil works. the overcoming part. You just can't put on your boxing glove and your gym shoes and you decide I'm gonna go 12 rounds with this joker.
Right.
Me and him knocking slap dead out in the first round.
Right.
Now you're looking at too much Muhammad Ali and all that time of boxing back in them days.
All right.
But see, that devil go 12 rounds, 12 overs.
Right. Right.
And eventually you'll get tired. He ain't got to knock you out.
Right.
You'll get tired of that.
Right.
But see, as I was reading and studying this and looking at what everything that Job was going through, he was a well-established man.
Right.
He had everything that he wanted.
Right.
And the devil just couldn't stand it.
Right.
The devil was running himself crazy, driving to his fault.
Right.
Trying to figure out a way to get to Job. See, God is one thing about God. See, God already knows what's on your mind.
Right.
You know, the devil used to be up in heaven until he thought he was running something.
Right.
Then he was gave the boot and put down in a place where you don't have to really worry about it.
Right.
But the Bible tells me that he was one of the best singers in the choir.
Right.
Oh, bright eyes, you sing, but they tell me the devil has you.
All right.
So that joke can blow it up.
Watch them say.
But see, that singing and all this, wasn't the good part about it, because his heart wasn't clean.
Right. Right. Right.
You got to have a clean heart if you're singing for God. And I can imagine Job as he was going through what he was going through, and the Bible tells me that every time one of the servants come up, they had nothing good to say. One servant come up and told him about his kids that got killed and all this, his livestock and all this here. Everyone that come had a different story to tell.
All right. All right.
I know he was sick of seeing them coming because he knew that there was something was going to be wrong.
Right. Right.
And by them coming to let him know what Job wasn't even worried about.
Right.
The Bible also tells me that when it's just like you said, losing one child
Right.
is devastating enough.
Right.
But to lose 7 at the same time
Right. Right.
will run you crazy.
Right.
Because you have got people today in this society have lost just one child 5 years ago and still going through grief.
Right. Good. Good.
Because that love goes a long way. But can you imagine losing just one of your child, but then you're going to lose all the ones that you had?
Right.
Every last one. And can you imagine his state of mind?
Same.
Then on the Bible reading this here, it tells me that when I was talking about friends came around. Sitting around Job's house. They tell me 7 days.
Right.
Sat down and ain't had nothing good to say. Sat there and probably go outside and smoke the pipe.
Right.
Come back in, sit down at the table, eat a little breakfast. Dinner time roll around, eat a little dinner. Supper time roll around, eat a little supper. Now it's time to take a nap and go to sleep. Wake up the next day, the same old routine over and over again. For 7 days they done that.
Right.
And the only good thing that they could come up with Job, what did you do to make God mad?
Right.
They wasn't free. If that's the only thing that they could come up with, staying at my house
All right.
for 7 days, eating my food, running my electric bill up, drinking my water, laying in my bed, sleeping up under my cover, I think they had to leave the first day. I tell y'all go watch you whack 'em on the first day. I've been watching you sit around and you ain't doing nothing to help me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't there one of you come in but the whole time you been here. I haven't seen one of you drop down on your knees yet.
Right. Right.
And pray for them.
Right.
Because one thing that I do know, prayer changes things. got to the point where he really wanted to test Job and everything. That's when he started. He said, he put balls on it from the crown of his crown to the sole of his feet. Now, got wise there. She there. You better have it. All right. She there. Ain't got nothing good to say either. Right. I can imagine her being there around Job, and she probably said, I'm getting sick and tired of smelling them so. All right. Every time I turn around, so smelly. So smelly. Making me sick in the stomach. Make my stomach turn. Every time I sit there and breathe in and breathe out, I'm smelling them so. Right. That's really not why. Job knew that. You know what did they tell the wife? You read the Bible, you read no stuff. All right. So then you talk like one of them foolish women. So cool. Huh? Right. You my better half. But you tired of smelling my soul. Right. Seems like you to go get some doctor tissue or some crotch slide or some band-aids or some wraps or some skin soft or some cocoa butter or something and help me out. If your mind, that's what I don't look for you to do. I don't look for you to just run around with your nose up in the air. And every time you come in my room, you don't stay a hot second. You shoot in so fast, I catch you breathe as you go through. All right. That's how fast you moving through my room. But that's not really like Job was going through and everything that our life is going to be nothing but a test. Right. We all going to go through a test. You are being tested right now. You will be tested tomorrow. You will be tested the day after. You're going to be tested every day of your life as long as the devil got something to do. Because when he can attack one of God's souls, that makes him feel good. And when he can get your pastor of our church, he can get him. He got a big old notch in his belt, ain't he? You can't tell him that he's supposed to be. If he can get the pastor of this church and his congregation and his members and his associate members and the ones that come into fellowship, if he can get all of us, he make it his day. But we have got to be ready fast and stand on the word of the Lord. Like I read in the Bible, it said, any weapon formed against you will not prosper. If God is for me, tell me, Reverend Brown, who can be against me? Now, if I got God on my side, I ain't worried about what you think about me. As long as I got God on my side, I don't worry about what you say when I leave here. Long as I got God on my side, I don't worry about the sermon that you say I might not preach good. Well, as long as I got God on my side, I don't worry about you saying I didn't feel nothing when you were speaking. Because one thing that I know, as long as I got Him, I don't need nobody else. Because ain't nobody here done nothing for me. Nobody but Him. Now, like I told you, I'm just like Elizabeth Taylor. I'm not going to keep you long, but as I say this, after all that Job went through, after all the circumstances, all the ups and downs, and all the hurt and all the pain, God still had it in His heart to give him double for his trouble. Let me enlighten you on something. When you need a company keeper, call on Jesus. When you need a friend that ain't going to tell your business, call on Jesus. child of God is asked for. Now, as I come to a close, and I'm going to let you go home, but I'm not going to let you go empty-minded. I'm not going to let you leave here hard, not being filled. I'm going to tell you just a little story. The story that I got to tell you. You know, when you was a child, you would hear mom and dad would tell you, come on, let's go to bed and let me tell you a story. And when you go into the bedroom, mama and daddy would break that old book out. And the book would be about Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear. But I got a story to tell this church. I know a bear of all bears. My bear that I know, reading the Bible, it tells me that he is Papa Bear. He is Mama Bear. He is Baby Bear. He is all the bears that I meet. And I didn't come here to look pretty. I didn't come here to put on no form, shape, or fashion of no shirt. But I come to drop a word from the Lord. And in my story that I read, if you read the Bible, you have also read the story. And I got a story to tell this church here before I leave. And my story started talking about a man called Jesus. I'm got to tell you that this story about this man was not an ordinary man. And this story tells me, it says that when God was looking for somebody to sit down to a sick world, it tells me that David said, God, send me, I'll go. The Lord told David, I would send you, but David, I tell you what, anytime a woman raises a dress tail up, you won't be about my business. Then I heard in the story, it tells me that Abraham said, Lord, send me, and I'll go. Lord said, oh, Abraham, I would send you, but you remember the time and the old age of you and Sarah. I told you you were going to conceive a child, and you didn't believe me, and you went on and laid down with the baby, and conceived Ishmael. And said, I tell you, they called him, but they decided to go ahead on and crucify him. And then the Bible tells me, if you read the story, I know you read the Bible, right? Story. The Bible tells me that they took my Lord and your Lord and hung him in between two thieves. And the Bible tells me then they came and crucified him and pierced him in the side. But I'll tell you to cut the story short. They tell me that the sun refused to shine. You can tell me why come the sun would shine on? I'm here today to tell you two suns can't shine at the same time. They tell me that they took my Lord and your Lord down on that old rugged cross. And it tells me they took him and laid him in a old barn tomb. And it tells me they took a rock and rolled it in front of a rock. Then the Bible tells me he laid there all day Friday, all day Friday night. The Bible tells me he laid there all day Saturday and all day Saturday night. The Bible tells me he laid there all day Sunday, but at 12 o'clock midnight, the Bible tells me that the earth began to shake. The Bible tells me that when the earth was shaking, that the rock that was in behind the rock moved. He stepped out and said, all power is in my hand. All power is in my hand. He got the power over down to heal you. He got the power to fix your situation. He got the power, Jay, to deliver you out of all